At. At.
Used to show that the most positive way of considering something is still not good.
At best, only 50% of babies born at 24 weeks will survive.
Used to show that something is not good when it is the best it can be.
He's not exactly patient at the best of times.
Having problems that other people do not have.
Being shy puts him at a disadvantage.
To not agree with someone or something.
His remark was at odds with our report.
If you tell someone to do something by a particular time at the latest, you mean they must do it before that time.
She said to be there by 8 o'clock at the latest.
If you talk about something at length, you talk for a long time.
We discussed both topics at length.
To be allowed to do something.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the matter at present.
Not knowing what to do.
I'm at a loss to explain his disappearance.
Not knowing what to say.
The question was unexpected and she was temporarily at a loss for words.
To not be able to protect yourself from something or someone that you cannot control.
Farmers are often at the mercy of the weather.
Used after a time or date to show that something will not happen before then.
Building will not begin until July at the earliest.
In order to make someone look stupid.
Stop making jokes at my expense.
If you have something at your fingertips, you can get it and use it very easily.
He had all the information needed at his fingertips.
If you suffer at the hands of someone, they hurt you or treat you badly.
She suffered terribly at the hands of her classmates.
Used to say what someone is really like.
I'm just a kid at heart.
Most important in what is being discussed.
The point at issue is what is best for the child.
If something useful is at a premium, there is not enough of it.
Time is at a premium just before the start of exams.
If you want something at any price, you will do anything to get it.
She wanted the job at any price.
Used before saying what will happen if a situation continues in the same way.
At this rate we're not going to be there till midnight.
Used before saying one fact that is certain in a situation that you are generally not certain about.
Well, at any rate we need her to be there.
If you do something at your own risk, you are completely responsible for anything bad that might happen because of it.
Customers may leave vehicles here at their own risk.
If something is at stake, it is in a situation where it might be lost or damaged.
We have to act quickly, people's lives are at stake.
At the young age of 8 or 17 or 25, etc.
She first appeared on stage at the tender age of 14.
Used to talk about an occasion in the past without saying exactly which occasion it was.
Most of us have made a similar mistake at one time or another. nowhere, nowhere.
If something gets you nowhere, it does not help you to succeed.
Bad manners will get you nowhere.
Relate. Relate.
Relation, relationship, relative, relate, related, relative, unrelated, relatively.
To be connected, or to find or show the connection between two or more things.
How do the two proposals relate?
To tell a story or describe a series of events.
He related the story of their journey. Perceptive, perceptive, perception, perceive, perceptive.
Quick to notice or understand things.
A perceptive writer.
Moan. Moan.
To complain or speak in a way that shows you are unhappy.
She's always moaning about something.
To make a low sound, especially because you are in pain.
He lay on the floor moaning.
To try. To try.
Try. Try.
To examine facts in a court of law to decide if someone is guilty of a crime.
He was tried for attempted murder.
Dynamic. Dynamic.
Dynamic. Dynamic.
Continuously changing or moving.
A dynamic economy.
Chest. Chest.
Chest. Chest.
To tell someone about something that you have been worried or angry about for a long time.
Tell me what's wrong, you'll feel better if you get it off your chest.
A strong, usually wooden, container with a lid, used for keeping things in.
A treasure chest.
New. New.
New. New.
New. New. News. New. Newly.
To start to behave in a better way.
I'm not drinking anymore, I've turned over a new leaf.
To do something that is different to anything that has been done before.
Their research is really breaking new ground.
Disgust. Disgust.
Disgust, disgusting, disgusted.
A very strong feeling of dislike or disapproval.
She walked out in disgust. Maximize. Maximize. Maximum, maximize, maximum. Maximize.
To increase something as much as you can.
To maximize profits.
Bubble. Bubble.
If a liquid bubbles, balls of air or gas rise to its surface.
The soup was bubbling on the stove.
Defective. Defective.
Defect, defective.
Not in good condition or not working correctly.
Defective goods. Conceited. Conceited.
Too proud of yourself and your actions.
I find him very conceited. Tribal. Tribal. Tribe, tribal.
Relating to a tribe.
Tribal dress or leaders. The fierce tribal loyalty among soccer supporters leads to violence between opposing fans.